All right. Hello, citizens of the Nigelverse. It is Nigel once again, and this is going to be another wrestling review. So, right off the bat, had something I want to talk about here. Or this was not related to the match at all in any way. This, in fact, was kind of a last minute thing. I wanted to try something a little different when it comes to recording here. So, beside me, I've got two candles that are burning bright. Hey, or as bright as they can, anyway. So, we're going to try this video by candlelight. Now, this is an idea I've had for quite a bit. I never really did though because truth be told, I didn't want the candle or like the candle flame or anything to be anywhere near my equipment or anything, especially or near my body as I like move around, move my hand around and stuff like that. But I figured I would try it for this video. So yeah, let me know if you guys like this lighting setting. It's not gonna be a permanent thing. Um, Maybe I'll do it ever so often. But for now, yeah, we got two candles going. Best case scenario, oh, it looks aesthetically pleasing, aesthetically nice. Worst case scenario, I might accidentally turn myself into Kane, or alternatively, Anakin Skywalker. Excuse me, Anakin Skywalker, depending on um, depending on what tickles your fancy. But anyway, we are here to discuss a ECW match. I said I wanted to do an ECW match before the year is over. I also said I wanted to do another review, so we will definitely do that before the year is over. But I was thinking of some matches potentially that I could look at in ECW's rich history because there are quite a few, and especially now that December to Dismember 1995 is out. I did want to look at December to Dismember 1995, but and I think I've mentioned this before previously, but I was not able to find it anywhere. Not on the network, not on DVD, not on eBay. Hey, as far as I know, and as far as a lot of people are aware, December to Dismember 1995, aka the original ECW December to Dismember, was never officially released for home media, so therefore it is unavailable to us. So, yeah, that kind of sucks, but I still want to get at least one ECW match out before the year's over. And so I was looking around. I even looked online to see what are some matches that a lot of people consider to be among the best ECW matches. And this one had come up, not even just for the match itself, but also there is some historical significance in a way to this match. So what is it? Let's find out. I'm of course talking about Taz versus Sabu at ECW Barely Legal 1997, which apparently was the first ever, or which was the apparently the first ever ECW pay per view, which is interesting to think about. The fact that they've been around for so long but hadn't had an official pay per view yet, that was kind of interesting. But as always, I'm not a professional wrestling reviewer, analyst, or anything like that. Just a man who enjoys a good time, and I definitely, for the most part, had a really good time with this match. So. Without further ado, let's get right into it. If you've seen these reviews of mine before, you kind of already know how this works. If you haven't, I'm going to be talking about what I liked and disliked about the match. Had kind of a bit of background on Taz and Sabu. They faced off before, or they're facing off again. They were even tag team champions at one point, but now they're facing off here in this match. And Sabu doesn't even make his official entrance. He just kind of shows up and appears, and he and Taz get right to scrapping, which I guess is very nice. But in terms of what I liked about this match, both men able to use who's essentially their respective styles holds very well in this match. And for Taz, he gets a lot of submissions, he gets a lot of throws, it's a lot of suplexes and everything. Of course, the human suplex machine, that being Taz, as and we're able to see that at Sabu able to keep up with him, and Sabu is able to do the high flying, including diving hang into the crowd onto Taz and off the chair, or no less. So both men able to do who that in that regards. Taz even with a couple like nasty looking suplexes, especially towards the end, as the match reaches its sort of climax toward the end. Taz has like almost spiking Sabu into the mat, which was pretty scary. It was pretty hard hitting, and it definitely made me wince. Hence, like I feel like I wince quite a bit when stuff like that happens, and it's especially moves like the brainbuster and everything, where it just looks snug and it looks like it hurts. And Taz's suplexes definitely look like they but it's also serves a dual purpose. Not just Taz showing off his suplexes, but it also softens Sabu up for the Taz mission, aka the Kata Hajime, yeah, which Taz does lock in. He does try to lock it in multiple times, and that's a nice story thread throughout is Taz trying to lock it in multiple times. Sabu continuing to fight out of it. Sabu even gets his own in at one point, during the match, that is. But then ultimately Taz has squeezed his, hits it in, he squeezes, and the ref actually does the arm drop, and Sabu's arm goes down on the three times, and Sabu, who passes out, and Taz effectively chokes him out and wins. And so I feel like it's not too often, and maybe it's just me. It feels like it's not too often where I see that like actual spot resulting in the match being over. Like normally when you do the arm drop, the ref does it too, but then on the third one, then the superstar like comes back like that at and but I feel like it's very rare where they just do the full three arm drops and then the match is over. But lo and behold, this match has that. Afterwards, Taj shows a sign of respect to Sabu, who he says Sabu took him to the limit, hit and shakes Sabu's hand. But lo and behold, RVD shows up and attacks Taz. You think Sabu's going to help out Taz, but nope, he attacks uh, he attacks Taz as well. Oh, Sabu and RVD this is when they're in the midst of their kind of partnership where they're partners, they're tag team partners, but they also kind of hate each other, or so. They unfortunately don't get along, but they're definitely getting along here. So RVD and Sabu, I should say, they essentially beat down Taz, and Sabu gets his own Katajime in on Taz. It doesn't look as good. But they then go to attack Bill Alfonso, because Bill Alfonso at this point is aligned with Taz. But psych, he takes off. I found it kind of weird that he did this. He had an orange shirt on that had like a Taz logo and everything. He takes off that shirt to reveal another Taz shirt, and then he takes that off to reveal a Sabu shirt. So he's in with RVD, he and Sabu, so he essentially switches sides. Why the two shirts? Did Bill Alfonso just forget he had the other one on? He was like, oh, here's the shirt off for the reveal. Oh shoot, I forgot I had this other Taz shirt on underneath. Now I gotta take this one off. I do wonder if anybody has any insight on that. Let me know in the comments. But it was pretty funny. But lo and behold, well, the Bill Alfonso, I believe this is when he officially aligns himself with both men, and with both RVD and Sabu, who I gotta remember exactly where we are in the timeline, but I believe this is when he officially aligns himself with both men. Oh, uh, so RVD and Sabu essentially jumped Taz as a pretty good match, and then afterwards having that defection from Bill Alfonso to keep things moving along. RVD says and I guess that further solidifies that they're working together now. He says as if you want on me, and I'm kind of paraphrasing, if you want me, talk to Bill Alfonso. And I love working Mondays because at this point this was around the kind of talent exchange. So at the time, the WWF and ECW had kind of a talent exchange going on kind of similar to what AEW would do with like New Japan or with TNA even in back then, and kind of what WWE does with TNA now, where there's sometimes they send superstars to each other's shows, like Jerry Lawler would appear in ECW at one point. RVD, Tommy Dreamer, I believe Sabu, if I'm not mistaken, also appeared on Raw. So it was part of that talent exchange. It was supposed to lead to like a big, excuse me, it was supposed to lead to like a big ECW invasion sort of thing. If I remember correctly, it was supposed to lead to like a big kind of ECW invasion versus the WWF kind of thing. Which funny though, just reviewing this as after talking about the actual invasion that took place in 2001. on which, by the way, my compilations are out. So, the three compilations, that being the analysis parts where I kind of talk about the ratings, what's going on, and everything, and then the pay-per-view reviews. One for just the Invasion storyline on its own, and then the other for the full that includes the other pay-per-views, that being like Backlash, Insurrection, King of the Ring, Judgment Day, and Vengeance, and those are all out. So if you missed any of my reviews in that front, check them out there. But yeah, so that's what RVD is alluding to, and Joey Styles does rip them does rip them. On commentary, or rip RVD for that line set, kind of mocking for saying he likes to work Mondays now. So, there is that. So, with the historical significance, the actual quality of the match, both really make this match stand out. Now, in terms of what I didn't quite like as much about the match, for starters, considering it's a Sabu match, you probably saw this coming. There are quite a few botches. It's thankfully none that looked super duper terrifying, and like, hey, some that just looked kind of weird, kind of goofy. Surprisingly, didn't get a UF'd up chant, or if Sabu did, I didn't hear it. Um, but Sabu does botch a few times, which like I said, it's a Sabu match. You kind of know what to expect. Heck, no disrespect, of course, to Sabu, R.I.P. Uh, but there is that. And I imagine, and some of like the slams from Taz could make you a bit uncomfortable if that's not your kind of thing. And also, Joey Styles was when the actual turn is happening with RVD aligning with Bill Alfonso. Oh, or I should say, before that, when Sabu and RVD are attacking, Hank Styles seems a little unenthused. Who's that? At least to me. Maybe I'm reading it wrong, because I do kind of suck at reading emotions sometimes. I'll wholeheartedly admit that. But then. And once Bill Alfonso reveals to be with them, that's when Styles kind of wakes up a little bit. I thought that was kind of strange. Maybe it's just the way he talks, because Joey Styles has a very distinct sort of voice or style. Well, no pun intended. But yeah, other than that, I am glad I was able to check out this match. A pretty good match. I would definitely recommend it for the most part for the aforementioned reasons. And yeah, and glad to do this review by candlelight, as you can see. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, turn on those notifications so you know every time I upload a video, so you never miss an upload. And let me know in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on this match, my review of this match. Did you like this match? Did you like my review of the match? Let me know. Excuse me. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Oh, hang on. Let me try it again.